Hey, Jim Craddock here. It is Sunday, September 17th, 2023. Just a quick update today. I thought yesterday's update was horrible, and I apologize. But so as soon as I was done, I was sitting there and I was thinking about it, and some of it came back to me to make a little bit more sense about circulation issues. So initially, with the back pressure at the inferior vena cava, so you've got this high pressure where there's usually not high pressure, and so that's what starts the changes of circulation. So because there's now this high pressure that's kind of backing up into the aorta and everything that's on the pumping side, it's higher than normal, and so that causes circulatory changes. And then later on, when the heart is no longer able to work as well, okay, that does some more circulatory changes. And then later on, when so in like 2013, when I was in the hospital and the electrolytes equilibrated, okay, then that causes yet more circulatory changes because of the difference in fluid volume that's being pumped and how the heart is pumping and everything. So, and then finally, with this last transition, when the inferior vena cava is no longer able to, when the heart can no longer maintain that constriction, okay, and that releases, that causes yet more circulatory changes. So that's kind of how all that circulatory changes leads to basically a gut where you can't have, you cannot feel things that are going on to it. Yeah, so that's my explanation for that. I don't really have a big update other than that today. It's Sunday, football day. It looks like my fantasy team's going to win. What else? My arm is actually not hurting that much today. It is a shockingly lower level amount of pain. I mean, I could still, like, if I start moving it to places, like right there, it starts all through my muscle. Yeah, right there. So it starts hurting, but like it doesn't, like I'm not getting just pain aching in my arm. Now, once I do that and have now aggravated it, it's going to hurt for a while. But I'm not getting like the bone level aching that I have in my forearm. I don't have any burning feeling, which is really weird. I've had that a lot lately. I really cannot explain the difference in the level of pain. Two things. The only thing I can think of is I've actually been eating some carbs, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. And the other thing is, yeah, I have taken an Advil, but I really don't think that's it, because in the past it really has been like just a penny in the ocean type effect for taking an Advil. So anyway, much lower level of pain. Although I will say, so I did this, I was out and I was like, well, so why is my arm hurting less? And I grabbed it and kind of pushed on it in a few different places, and then that aggravated it, just the slight pushing, uh, uh, and it made it feel, I don't know, achy, burning, stuff for a while. So it is what it is. I'm not here to kind of explain like exactly what's going on right that moment. I can't tell you. All I can tell you is give you an update and say, hey, this is what I'm going through, trying to document it. The skin looks relative. Oh, now I will say that's one thing that hurts a lot. So here I'll take my arms out and see how I can twist this one, like, and put my hand with my palm out. If I do that over here, right about there, it starts hurting. All along here, and all through my forearm, and it hurts, and all up to my bicep. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I don't begin to explain. And once again, Jim Craddock. This is a condition, terminal onset diabetes insipidus candidiasis major, that has been redacted from medical literature. Spread my story. Let people know that, hey, science does hide things from us, and maybe they think it's for our good. I don't know, but this is out there. I read about it. It's iatrogenic, which means like, done by treatment. I gave it to myself to save myself from another condition because no one else was going to. And, I knew what I was signing up for at the time, which was, a life of intermittent illness with a really kind of miserable non-diagnosed ending. So all I'm trying to do is document it and get the information out there and, say, hey, it exists, and it can look, the doctors and all the tests can say you're fine and you aren't. Highly unlikely anybody else gets it. Very difficult to acquire. But anyway, that's it for today. Peace. Later.